Hello and welcome to the Best Today podcast. I am Shantae Grant, and today we are talking about routine. In fact, we're going to be talking about routine all month long. So if you're listening in real time, that is July 2022. If you are not listening in real time, that just means episodes 70, 71, 72, and 73 are dedicated to routine. Why, you might ask? Because routine is one of the easiest ways to practice one of our core principles at Best Today, and that is proaction. Routines are very simple, or can be very simple. Routines are as unique and different as you and I and the person beside you and the person behind you are. It's as unique as we are as individuals. There is no such thing as a one-size-fits-all routine. And they really do help to do so many great things. Actually, that's what I'm going to talk about today. I'm going to give you 3 reasons. I could give you 300, but today I decided on 3. 3 reasons to give routine a fighting chance. Also, if you happen to be listening in real time, we're having conversations in the Best Today community all about routine, responding to each week's episode. You can join by going to besttodayguide.com/70, which will have a link in the show notes for you to join us in the Best Today community. If you're listening outside of that, you can always go to besttodaycommunity.com to join. I'm really excited. So let's get started because I love teaching and talking about routine. And I will say, if you are a fan of routine, or maybe not a fan of routine, but really need help on how to create a routine, I teach that in one place and one place only, and that is in Right Now Routine, which you can find at rightnowroutine.com. Inside of that program, our online program, thousands of women have learned how to create realistic routines that work for your life right now using my TACO method, TACO. Okay, so let's get started with talking about routine. So this is our second year taking a full month out of the year to focus on routine. We called it Routine Palooza in 2021 when we focused on it in the month of May. And now really the point of that was to help to remove the scariness, the unknown, really to de-villainize routine, to help you to see how much ease routine can bring into your life. So in addition to the episodes on Monday, you're also going to get a routine rewind every Wednesday in the month of July, which is a previous episode on routine. Because I want, one, if you miss that, I want you to have that to combine with it, but also really want to provide you with everything you might need to help you overcome any objections or things you just didn't know about how helpful routine can be. I want to make sure you understand that I teach it in a way that makes it work for your unique individual self. Okay? So I want to equip you year round so that you're just able to reap the benefits. And see, I'm getting into, so let's talk about it. What are those things? Here's 3 reasons why I think you should give routine a fighting chance. Okay. Before I get started, I do want to say this, and I say this often, that living a life of intention requires effort. But the good news is that you are worth the effort. You know, effort isn't always synonymous with hard, with challenging, but it does require attention and you understanding and believing that you're worth the effort. So you are worth the effort to live an intentional life. You are worth the effort it takes to implement routines, to take the time to tweak them, test them, change them when you realize this doesn't work, and figure out how to make these things work for you. That is work, but you are worth the effort it takes to do these things in order to better your life, in order to allow your time to best reflect what's most important and what's necessary in this season. Okay. So 3 reasons why you should give routine a fighting chance in no particular order. Here's number 1. Routines help you solve problems. I've said it before, but if you listen to your complaints or your sticking points, so those things that happen more than once in your workday and at home and your life, many times those things that you can say, oh, I always do that. Oh, I keep forgetting that. Or, oh, I hate this thing that keeps happening. Or, oh, why can't I ever? Like, if you listen to your complaints, many times a routine can help you with that. It can become the solution to either that directly to that complaint or an underlying thing. You know, an example might be you always complain about your laundry that piles up. So perhaps a laundry routine could be something to put in place to help you with the laundry pile up problem. I actually have a YouTube video called something along the lines of, or how I use a laundry routine to avoid the laundry pile up or something like that. It's on our YouTube channel, which we'll link in the show notes. I'll link that episode in the show notes, but you can go to our YouTube channel at besttodaytv.com. But, another instance is that I hear a lot is mail piling up. Like you bring in the mail, you put it over here and it turns into this mountain. You can create a routine for that around that problem to prevent mail from piling up. Think of many things, maybe things you complain about. Oh, I don't have enough time to read or exercise or spend time with my friends. A routine can solve those problems, whether it's a routine that specifically makes space for that thing you want to do, or a routine that takes care of the things that need to be done so that you then have the space to do the things that you want to do. Does that make sense? Routines really do help you to do the things you want to do and to do the things you have to do / need to do, even if they're things you don't necessarily want to do, but they must be done. I have both types of routines, things that allow me to protect certain things, and then routine that allows me to do the things that I don't love, i.e. laundry, which now I don't mind it as much because I have those laundry routines in place. And again, I'll link in the show notes, the episode, the YouTube channel video where I walk you through exactly what the laundry routine is I use, and you can take those principles. Again, you don't have to use the exact same one as I do. I imagine you won't, right? But you will take those principles that I'm going to share that I share with you in that YouTube video. So that's number one. The beautiful thing I love about routine is that they help you to solve problems. At Best Today, we exist to help women just like you be your best one today at a time. So each week on the podcast, we are going to highlight your stories and your voices. So let's see what's in the inbox today.
Best Today. I cannot rave enough how wonderful Clean One Room has been for me the past 2 years. I can't believe I'm approaching the 2-year mark using this amazing program. What I love most about it is that it allows me to consistently maintain cleanliness and organization in my home. My kitchen has been clean for the past 2 years. It never gets messy, ever. I followed the steps in the system and I'm able to keep them up. All the other rooms in my house stay clean too, but the clean kitchen for me is just the best. I feel lighter. I feel easier. My kids have less chaos when they come in the kitchen to help me prepare meals or just hang out while we get food ready. It is wonderful. This program has completely revamped how I clean, and it's just amazing. I recommend it to anyone who asks about cleanliness, about keeping things together and consistent. It really, really streamlines the process of keeping your spaces clean and involving the other members of your household in maintaining those spaces and really providing agency and ownership to them over their own spaces, which again, just makes everyone's lives easier and gives us all the ability to focus in on what really matters. The time we get to ourselves, the time we get with our families, the time we get to the people we share our lives with. Thank you so much, Shantae, for creating this wonderful program, and I can't wait to continue using it for years to come. Have a wonderful day.
Wow. We have come up to our 2-year anniversary of Clean One Room. And I love the fact, I remember Mary was one of the first customers to order Clean One Room in that first round. And 2 years later, her kitchen remains Clean One Room, right? If you want to learn how to use the systems that I teach to clean one room at a time and then set a reset routine for it, you can go to cleanoneroom.com or in the show notes today, besttodayguide.com/70. And I'm just so excited because we consistently hear not only the exciting news about being able to keep a room when you thought you couldn't before, it's because you hadn't done the methods that I teach in Clean One Room, but also how your children, how your spouses are getting involved as well to help maintain these spaces, which reminds me back to a conversation we had in other podcast episodes. But y'all, it makes a difference. It makes a difference to just go in your house and clean up or straighten, or to really learn how to clean one room. Again, go to cleanoneroom.com. Thank you so much, Mary, for sharing your 2-year mark with us. That is so exciting. We love to hear it. And you can be just like Mary in your own home by going to cleanoneroom.com. Reason number 2 to give routine a fighting chance is that routine can help you to maintain unity and peace within your home. This is my favorite analogy to use to prove and illustrate this point. But if you've ever gone to a dance, what's it called? Recital. There we go. You notice, what do they call what the dancers are doing? It is a dance routine. Why is it a routine? It's because everyone is aware of what the other is doing. This is not by chance. They don't just show up on stage. It's not freestyle, right? You know what the other person is doing. You know the role. Maybe at one point everyone is doing the same thing. Maybe not. But I'm aware when you're over here so that I'm not in your spot kicking my leg up when you're, whatevering. Can you tell how fancy I am with dance? But, essentially, the beautiful thing about a dance routine is the harmony, the peace, the synchronicity, the unity, even when everyone's not doing the same exact role or function or thing, right? That's the same thing with routine. It brings unity and peace in your house. We're all on the same page. You're aware of what this routine is for me. Even if it's a routine that, just involves you, you communicate that routine to the other people in the house, and they know not to dance in your zone when it's your time to be over in that zone. For instance, my husband, my family, they know during my morning routine time, this is the time that is zoned and sectioned out for me. And because of that, other people in the home are able to help me protect that space. It brings such beautiful harmony and unity in your home. Particularly when everyone is aware, okay, for instance, this is our after dinner routine. This is what happens next. Everyone's on the same page. They're aware of what's going to happen before it happens. And even if everyone isn't fulfilling the same function, I might be downstairs wiping down the countertops while someone is upstairs giving my son a bath. We're all doing the evening routine, but our own portions of that for the same harmonious reason of ending the night with peace and calm. And so routine, it helps to bring so much beautiful unity and peace in your home. And that's something even your children can be aware of. My children know what our routines are in the home, even if it's not their favorite thing, because bedtime is clearly not young children's favorite thing, but they're aware of what the components of that are what the components of the evening routine are, or any routine. I'm going to talk about this in a later episode. Give you examples, but after dinner, before dinner, after school, before, first thing in the morning, whatever weekend routine, whatever that routine could be in your home, everyone's on the same page and understands what happens, how, when, and where, and how, and who responsible, right? It brings peace and unity, and it allows and also talking about what the purpose and the core of that routine is, so that we're making sure that is accomplished. So that's the second reason to give routine a fighting chance, particularly if you're finding that there's some discord or disconnect in the home. Talk about what are the routines that you have for you and that I have for me and that we have together in the home. And what does that look like? And again, if you need help creating that, building that TACO, TACO, I teach you how to do that in Right Now Routine, where that is my method. I teach you how to create your routine using the TACO method. TACO, each letter stands for a step in the process. So number 2, please give routine a fighting chance because it helps to build unity and peace within your home. And number 3 is routine helps to create boundaries to protect what matters. That is, I keep saying they're all my favorite, but that is such an important purpose and function and result of routine. Whether you're placing a boundary on yourself, right? Like, I won't do this at that time, or I will start doing this thing at this time, or I will stop doing this thing at that time, right? These routines are putting boundaries on your time or on yourself to protect what's most important, to either keep you from doing what isn't or allow you to do what is. It really helps to set yourself up for success because you are in control of creating that routine. And what you'll notice is over time, once you start doing it, because you've put that routine in place, it becomes second nature. It becomes a habit. It goes from just a routine that you remember, I do this at this time. This is protected off of this time, that boundary that's there. And then at some point, it really does become a habit. Boundaries that, like I said, protect yourself, boundaries that protect your time. And that could look like, from this time, I only do this, or at this time, I don't do that. That might be one that I suggest to clients and customers a lot, is having a designated hour where that phone is put away. Those screens are put away and locked for the night, to protect your peace as you're ending the night. A lot of people say, oh, I want to go to bed earlier. Oh, I don't want to go to bed so tired. Oh, I know when I look at my phone, it makes me so tired, but I keep doing it. There's a routine for that. Like I said, number one, it helps you solve problems, putting those boundaries in place and just creating a routine. And you can't just say, okay, so I'm going to do that. You need the T, the A, the C, and the O, right, of the taco when you're creating a routine. That's why I created routine, because I realized it's more than just saying I'm going to do this when this happens. That isn't enough. That's how most people have tried it. And if it works, great. But for most people, that is not enough. So, but that's an example, turning your phone off at a certain time to protect your hour before you go to sleep, protecting what matters to you, like your rest, your sleep, your health. So that's the third reason I want you to give routine a fighting chance. And if you want to learn how to create your first or your next routine, today's the day I want to invite you to go to Right Now Routine, which is our #1 online program teaching you how to create realistic routines that work for your life, not your cousin, your mama, your boss, your employees, your whoever's life. Is your life, right? You can learn more at rightnowroutine.com. We'll link that in the show notes at besttodayguide.com/70. And that's it. 3 reasons I want you to give routine a fighting chance. It helps you solve problems. It helps you maintain unity and peace in your home. And it helps you to create boundaries to protect what matters. Let me know which reason is convincing you to give routine a fighting chance. Thank you so much for being present with me for this week's episode of the Best Today podcast. Until next time, remember you are capable and worthy of being your best one today at a time. And you have everything you need to have everything you want. So go ahead and shout it out as you live it out. This is what my best today looks like. I'll talk to you again on the next episode. If you enjoyed this week's episode of the Best Today podcast, you are going to love the Best Today Guide. Our Better Than a Planner guide teaches you how to get clear on what you want, identify your self-destructive habits and behaviors, and intentionally create space to prioritize yourself every single day. Don't go the journey to being your best one today at a time without the Best Today Guide. See inside its pages and order yours today at besttodayguide.com. Even better, when you order the Best Today Guide, we gift you with your first month free inside of the Best Today membership. So what are you waiting for? We're giving you everything you need to trade busy for intention. Go to besttodayguide.com and order yours today and join thousands of women across the globe proclaiming each day, this is what my best today looks like.